The biff. Let's not dress it up. League is a brutal game, perhaps as brutal as any, and this World Cup is packed with enforcers. We've got Sam Burgess to lead the way for England with two of his twin brothers. We've got the gloriously named Fui Moi Moi for Tonga. New Zealand and Samoa are packed with enforcers and they play each other in the first weekend at Warrington. Tony?
Bang on, Andy. You're not going to nice your way to this World Cup. Every team's got players that live life on the edge. They're going to have to step over the edge at some point for their time. The dominant teams are going to need players that crush the opposition when they're on top, that smell it, that dominate them. The teams below, they're going to have to do the reverse. They're going to have to somehow dishevel those teams that are so dominant. The way to do that, unsettle them, get inside their heads, break them apart. It's going to be physical.
The skills, it's not all brutality, there's subtlety too. You only have to watch Sonny Bill Williams playing for the Sydney Roosters this year. He'll be here with a Kiwi surrounded by a whole bunch of guys who've got the same ball playing skills. England can fight fire with fire on that. We've got Rangi Chase, he was a Kiwi originally, Sean O'Loughlin as well, and Callum Watkins out in the backs. And then there's good old Papua New Guinea, the way they play the ball, they keep it alive, razzle-dazzle stuff, the true spirit of rugby league. Tony?
Yeah, there'll be some team skill out there. That's part of the month together. They get to know each other, read each other's offloads, read each other's instincts. But there'll be skills we don't understand. There'll be still skills from some of these teams that will just be breathtaking. So just sit back and enjoy that bit, because even as a coach, you get confused by some of the skills these guys have got.
The kicking games. Both goal kicking after tries and penalties, but also the crucial element of the game, the six-tackle kicking, which involves regaining possession. Different from the turnovers you get in rugby union, the league turnover after 6 tackles means you can squander the ball unless you can put a good kick in to guarantee your team another set of 6. Tony, we've got some real exponents of that on offer.
And the best teams have got the best ones. Thurston, backed up by Cronk for Australia, they'll just be outstanding. You know, Kieran Foran's attacking kicking game is just wonderful to see for the Kiwis. Rangi Chase's attacking game will be incredible, the kicking from him. So the more the tournament goes on, the more you'll understand the importance of the kicking game. Sometimes as a novice we can think of some lateral ideas. Why don't they kick short? Why don't they kick for attacking positions from their own end? The game is controlled by the kick. You'll see the dominance as the tournament runs through.
The speed. Outside backs galore in this tournament. Big guys like Greg Inglis, small guys like Billy Slater. They can do amazing things with the ball. And in the junior teams as well, I think of Morgan Ascaray, the young French fullback who's been so good for the Catalan Dragons this year. And this is an area where England really can compete. Sam Tompkins, the wizard at fullback, Ryan Hall on one wing, Callum Watkins, a really exciting centre.
Speed's going to break some games open. Some of the surprises, the upsets, we know they're coming, they're going to come from speed. An intercept try, an offload with a race away. Some winger we haven't heard of at this point will be a superstar come the end of this tournament.
The atmosphere. Rugby League World Cups are very special things. There aren't many games that can bring together people from Townsville in North Queensland to Townville on the outskirts of Castleford. That have been played by the French resistance in the Second World War and in the jungles of Papua New Guinea. And the beauty of a Rugby League World Cup is it all comes together in places like Workington on the Cumbrian coast, where we get to see Scotland play Italy and I think Tonga as well. Then we go into outside Rugby League land. We go down to Bristol, where the Cook Islands play America. Down to South Wales, where it all starts with a doubleheader at the Millennium Stadium, but also at the exotic location of the Knoll in Neath.
And you've got to look forward to all of them. The big ones will be great. Old Trafford, Wembley, the Millennium. But Neath's going to be fantastic, isn't it? You know, that down in the base of Wales and the atmosphere that's going to be there. And it might even be one that will determine the outcome of the Cup.
That's all very well, but the big question to finish with, I guess, is who's going to win the Cup? Tony?
Let's go with a bit of a random one. You can have a bet after it starts. Whoever loses game 1, Australia v England, will win the Cup. They'll bounce back. A month later, they'll be the champions.
They'll beat the Kiwis in the semi and go on to win the final.
That's why they will. They'll be match hardened and ready to go.
So there you go, the big aim, lose the first game.